Go, baby! Katie Taylor versus Amanda Serrano. It's inked April 30th, Madison Square Garden. Eddie Hearn. Who's gonna win? We got it done, baby. Let's go. First poll here is who you think is gonna win the fight? Amanda or Katie? Vote. Poll is who you think is gonna promote the fight better? Me or Eddie Hearn? April 30th, Madison Square Garden. Get your tickets. Click the link. Go!
Let's go, baby. Money in the banco for Jake Paul and Eddie Hearn, man. We've been waiting for this one. We've been asking for this one. Amanda Serrano versus Katie Taylor for the chips, for the best of the best. Kind of crazy, though, right? It's April 30th. Who else is fighting on April 30th that we're, waiting for? That's right. You know what I'm talking about, man. They throw in the fight on the same date as Shakur Stevenson versus Oscar Valdez.
Say what?
Yeah, I'm not lying. Same date as Shakur Stevenson versus Oscar Valdez.
Say what?
I'm trying to tell you, it's the same date, but I think it's going to be like 3 hours apart or something like that, or maybe the main event would be 3 hours apart. So could this be some mad genius scientist promoter type of thing that Jake Paul and Eddie Hearn are doing here? I mean, it's going to be on ESPN. It's going to be on the big networks. It's a fight that a lot of us have been, excited about. So I don't know how the competition goes in, these two fights. Katie Taylor versus Amanda Serrano. I mean, this is for the best of the best. Both women. I mean, I could say both women are coming into this fight, I believe, with the full belief that they are the best. It's going to be a crazy matchup. But, yeah, Jake Paul, man, manages to get this fight done. Like, is Jake Paul really a good promoter here? I mean, is he really doing this thing? A young gun in this field, in this boxing business, but nonetheless has been able to make this fight happen. To me, that's pretty impressive. I got to give it to Jake Paul once again. And Eddie Hearn, of course, for making this fight happen. It's, again, a fight that a lot of us have been wanting. A lot of us have, have spoken about, when is this going to happen? And here you go. And even Clarissa Shields said in an interview with a boxing analyst, a reporter, or even an article that might have been written by a writer. But she did say that, and with no ego, she said that the biggest fight in women's boxing wasn't her and Savannah Marshall, but Katie Taylor and Amanda Serrano. So even Clarissa Shield, the best of the best in women's boxing, in my opinion, knows what fights the people are asking for. So, yeah, man, we got Amanda Serrano versus Katie Taylor, and I figured I'd just talk a little bit about it, get some excitement going. Even though it's going to be a fight that's going to be in competition in reality, for me at least, with the Oscar Valdez Shakur Stevenson. Now, can we catch both fights at the same time? I think so. I think that we could at least catch the main events separate and not have to worry about these two main events overlapping each other. So yeah, I'm good. I'm all right with that. I mean, I get double the boxing in the same night. And I never have no complaints about that. So, yeah, man, another thing that I wanted to touch on was also the, Tyson Fury situation. It looks as though maybe Tyson Fury is going to be fighting Dillon White. I mean, he's posted on it. What else am I going to say? I mean, we could share this, just for everybody that's on the YouTube and not on the podcast. I could pull this up for you guys and share it with you. And it's a post on the Gypsy King's IG. And he says, who else can't wait for the fight? The best of Britain, even though he's running around calling everybody a bum and a coward. The Tyson Fury era is here, and, he's stomping around, I guess just asking for a fight. But Dillon White, I thought it was going to be, Usyk, and Now it's not Usyk, so there's a lot of confusion going on with that at the moment. But I mean, if we go to the writers and what the writers have to say about it, Eddie Hearn says that the money was on the table, according to the Boxing Scene article. And, for that to be said, I mean, is Tyson Fury running from an Alexander Usyk fight? I mean, he'd rather take the interim with Dillon White. What's going on, champions? I mean, is Alexander Usyk that dangerous? Is Tyson Fury going back into a fight with Alexander Usyk dangerous for the giant? I mean, I am one to think that Tyson Fury is probably the best heavyweight right now, hands down. Height, size, movement, it's pretty much got it all. And Alexander Usyk, however, has arguably one of, if not one of the highest boxing IQs, and his ability to kind of adapt to any style and nullify that style with counter punching. And really, when we welcomed Alexander Usyk to this heavyweight division, we kind of slept on him a bit, but he's grown into this heavyweight division and he's taken on some big guys. AJ is that big guy, but Tyson Fury is just whole nother type of big, and it's just curious. I'm curious to know if Tyson Fury is like, wait a minute, I gotta maybe take another fight in between before I face an Alexander Usyk. Maybe I'm not ready right off the bat. Maybe I've been hanging around, sitting around, and not staying active enough. I mean, obviously he's turned it up a notch in the last couple of months or so, but even before then, we don't know the lifestyle, or if he was just kind of like, kind of living life. When you're a fighter and you're fighting these big fights, you train a lot, you put a lot of sacrifice in it. You want to take off, but the lifestyle for a lot of fighters at least, commands that the discipline stay there day by day. So I don't know. Tyson Fury gave me airs of maybe not wanting to fight right into Usyk. Maybe he's just, I wouldn't call it him being scared or not confident in himself. I think it's a smart thing to do. Take a fight with Dillon White. Dillon White's still going to present some issues in that ring, but Dillon White has shown to have a weak chin, and a guy like Povetkin can put him down. Tyson Fury can definitely put him down. And maybe I'll take that back. Not a weak chin, but has shown signs that he can be put down, and there's no really way around that. No way to tiptoe around that. You've been put down, and by smaller guys. When you're talking about a Tyson Fury, it's like I said, a different type of big over here. But in any case, Tyson Fury will have to step in the ring, and one of these guys is going to have to say, yay, okay. Now, is it confirmed? Probably not for Dillon White. Haven't seen anything out here that says that, it has been confirmed. But I think that maybe the Dillon White will go into a, it's an interim, WBC title against White is the interim champion, While Fury has been told to defend his WBC title against White, the interim champion. I can't believe that. White's been waiting for a long time for that shot, so I'm not even mad at that fight, even though I would rather watch Usyk or an AJ fight. Fury called them cowards, said that AJ took step aside money, and then the next day, he tells them that they lost $90 million. And they're idiots. So Tyson Fury sometimes goes on these rants, man. I don't know exactly what they are or what they mean, really. But fact of the matter is that you'd rather fight Dillon White, And for whatever reasons, I can't get mad at the guy. Dillon has been waiting around for a shot for a long time. So, why not? Why not Dillon White? Now, Dillon's view is he will look at a plan, but he wants to fight Tyson Fury. Now he is thinking, let's go to purse bids. So, okay, so that goes to purse bid. It's interesting to see what's going to be on the landscape or what's going to be happening, but that's what we got so far here at the Boxing Biz for Tyson Fury. Again, cryptic messages, you got them on there. Tyson Fury has him on there on his IG poster, Dillon White versus, Tyson Fury. But you just don't know yet. Nobody's, at least I haven't heard nobody say that the fight's 100%. So stay tuned as we cover that and much more here on the Boxing Biz. And what else can I mention besides the Amanda Serrano and, Jake Paul, super move that he just did? I think that we have some fights this weekend. We got Makabu versus Michino. Obviously, there's an interest in that. So, I'll be covering that, giving you maybe a fighter breakdown today on Makabu because, Makabu can't lose. He loses. I mean, what does Canelo do? Face Michuno? I mean, is this like a lottery ticket for either fighter that wins? I mean, who else Canelo is going to be fighting in his quest to eventually get to that cruiserweight? There's been other fights offered, obviously, to Canelo. And, we just got to see what kind of falls into play. I think that they had an offer for either Jamal Charlo or a Dimitri Bivol. So as more news comes in, stay tuned. I'll be covering that and much more here on the Boxing Biz. This was Quick Hits here where Alex Doomsday Line is. Let's go. Cheer. Doomatron deactivated.